Hello, good people. Welcome back to this channel where we talk about the basic medical information making a big difference in our lives. In the recent past, we talked about the benefits of exercising, and also we looked on what you call high blood pressure. And today we are going to know more about cholesterol. And these three, exercising, high blood pressure, and cholesterol, actually in the body, they have a connection. So I urge those who have not subscribed to this channel to subscribe, and also to check the previous videos and get to catch up to have the basics, actually the essentials of what you should have in order to go about this life. My name is Rebecca Morangi, and for the returning subscribers, I thank you so much. And if it happens this is your first day to come across this channel, I request you to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you get to be notified each and every time I upload a new video. Yes. What is it about cholesterol? Or what is cholesterol? We are going to have a series of actually question and answer. I have many questions which will guide us to get to know what we really want to go through for this video. And the first one is to know what is cholesterol. Cholesterol is a wax or fat-like substance which is found in all body cells. And this cholesterol, does it have benefits in our body, or do we need it? Or can we live without cholesterol? The answer is no. But excess of this cholesterol will kill us. And this is what determines on someone to have heart disease. The next question is, what are the uses then of this cholesterol if we can't live without cholesterol? What does it help us? One, it's used to manufacture what you call vitamin D, and at the end result we get what we call strong bones. Cholesterol again makes manufactures what we call sex hormones in our bodies. We have estrogen, we have testosterone, and even adrenal hormones, which are very helpful when it comes to body metabolism. Cholesterol again helps, actually it is the one which is converted to bile in the liver. Cholesterol helps us to manage body stress, all stress. And another thing we should not forget, cholesterol is used to manufacture the cell membranes in the body. So if you forget, remember, it's used to manufacture sex hormones, You have said testosterone, estrogen, and even adrenal hormones. It manufactures vitamin D, which at the end results makes us to develop strong bones, and is the one which is used to make the cell membranes in all the body cells, because we said this fatty or wax fatty-like substance is found in all body cells. Another question comes, what are the types of this cholesterol? In our bodies, we have two types of cholesterol. And remember, this cholesterol, it doesn't travel alone in the body. It travels in a carrier, which is a protein, attached to a protein in our bodies. The first one, we have high density lipoprotein. In other words, it's called good cholesterol. What does it do? It forms actually a protective barrier in our bodies. It's the one which binds with cholesterol in the arteries and carries it to the liver, where it's converted into bile. That is high density lipoprotein. In other words, we call it good cholesterol. Another type, we have low density lipoprotein. In other words, it's called bad protein. This is the one which determines how cholesterol is deposited in the artery walls. Yes, another question comes. I said you have a series of questions which will help us get to know more about this cholesterol. And then, how does cholesterol then causes heart attack? We find when cholesterol travels in the artery walls, it gets deposited in the walls, and then as it gets deposited, it forms what we call plaque. With time, it piles up little by little, and then eventually it forms a hard, thick substance which makes the arteries to become narrow in a process we call atherosclerosis. Sometimes this substance can even rupture and form with what we call blood clots. And these blood clots, they spread or they move around the arteries, and these are the ones which brings a blockage and prevents blood full of oxygen to be transported to other parts of the body and even the heart, and then you get an attack. So that is what happens. Yes. Now, another question is, do you experience, what are the symptoms of this cholesterol? Actually, there is no symptom for you to enable you know that you have cholesterol in the body, unless you do what we call a blood test. And this blood test will determine the level or the range of cholesterol in your body. Some of you, or some of us, we have gone to the hospital. When you look for a physician, depending on what condition you have, maybe a blood test is requested, especially what we call the lipid profile. What the lipid profile shows, actually, it shows around 4 things. One is the total level of cholesterol in your body. Another one, it shows the level of high density lipoprotein, HDL, the good protein. Another thing it shows is the low density lipoprotein, what we call the bad protein in the body. and then what we call triglycerides. The triglycerides, it's a kind of actual fat in the body. So when this blood test is requested, that is when you'll be able to know the range of your blood cholesterol. And you have the range of which the physician or your personal doctor will be able to tell you between you, this is the range of cholesterol and your level lies between this and this. When it's too high, the doctor can maybe advise you maybe to go and do exercise if you don't need medication, to go and lose weight. Or in some cases, those who do exercise and then maybe they try to lose weight, and these two, they are not helping. These are lifestyle conditions. And then you are put in medications to manage or to bring this cholesterol to the required range in the body. And then another point we have said, or we should know, this cholesterol, is it hereditary? Actually, sometimes it is, yes, but it's very rare. But most of the time, this is what we eat from the foods. Being heredited, it's very rare, but mostly we eat it from foods. And then what kind of foods? Cholesterol mostly, actually it's purely found in animal foods. Purely found in animal foods. So if your diet is mostly you feed on animal products, meat, eggs, sausages, you should minimize your level because you are trending on a very dangerous ground. You should lower the intake, all unless you change to plant foods where we eat healthy foods which are soluble fiber, and we get these mostly in fruits and vegetables. And what happens, or what they do actually, this soluble fiber, they combine with cholesterol in the arteries. The good fiber or soluble fiber we get in plants, they combine with cholesterol in the arteries and then combine with acids, bile acids. They prevent reabsorption of cholesterol back to the bloodstream. So if you eat a lot of fruits, vegetables, you'll be able to get this soluble fiber which will absorb or reabsorb. After combining with bile acids, they'll prevent reabsorption of cholesterol back to the blood stream. Yes, another question then comes, how do we lower this cholesterol? We have found we can't live without cholesterol, yes, because we need it, it's needed. We have already said what it does to our bodies. But excess of it will kill us, and especially making us to get heart diseases. Now, how do we lower it then? One, we should eat less of cholesterol. Remember we said if you are taking a lot of animal products, you should lower your intake. This is where we get eggs, sausages, and what we call eggs, sausages, and even meat. You should lower the intake. Another thing, eat less of fats. We have different types of fats. We have the saturated fats or the polysaturated fats, where we should be very keen. We should take less amount of fats. And remember, when we take things like margarine or peanut butter, where we spread on our bread when we take maybe breakfast, they are not good to our health, because those fats will eventually lead to the increase of cholesterol in our bodies. So saturated fats, these are fats which are solid at room temperature. I believe we know them. When you go to shop around, we should take note of that. We have trans fats. Actually, these are partially hydrogenated. This is what we have talked about, margarine and peanut butter, which make them actually to spread. They are partially hydrogenated, meaning they spread well when you try to make your bread, maybe to take your breakfast. So they are not good to our health. And finally, you have polysaturated fats, where they are actually directly related to weight gain. So if you consume a lot of them, you'll gain a lot of weight, which is not right. We have talked about eat less cholesterol, eat less of fats, eat less of animal protein. Don't forget that. Eat more fiber, which is soluble fiber. Fruit and vegetables, oats, those are some of the best foods around. So eat plenty of them. And then another way of lowering them is to take medications. This is when now you go to a health facility or you have a medical condition, and then the doctor decides to put you on a medication where you have tried the other means and they have failed. Now you have to be put on medications to lower your cholesterol level. And these medications, there are many, they are classified according to the classes. For example, we have statins. Most commonly we have atorvastatin, rosuvastatin. Those are statins. And what they do, actually they lower the bad cholesterol in the body. So we should take note of that. We have those which prevent reabsorption of cholesterol to the body, like ezetimibe, something like that. So there are many, depending on the type, on where maybe your physician will decide. So those 5 points, we should remember them so that we get to lower the cholesterol level in our body. And then, how do we increase now the high density lipoprotein in our body, the good protein in our bodies? Because since we need them and we have seen the advantages, then how do we increase? One, if you are smoking, you stop smoking. Or you regulate, you lower your smoking. Because there are those, even if you tell them to stop, it's kind of hard. So it's good to lower your smoking. If you are overweight, kindly try to lower your weight. This is where you have maybe a BMI which is above 30. If it's above 30, that is not right. That is not correct. Try to lower it by losing weight. How do you lose weight? Again, taking it to another point, exercise daily. Do an exercise, 30 minutes a day. We have been talking about advantages of exercising on our recent videos. Kindly go back and check the types of exercises and what are the advantages, or what happens to the body parts, to your heart, to your chest, to your lungs, to your muscles, to your joints when you exercise. So kindly go back, check, but try to exercise at least 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. You'll be able to increase the high density lipoprotein, and in reverse, you're lowering the bad cholesterol or the low density lipoprotein. So it's the reverse. You increase the good cholesterol in the body. And then eat foods which are high in antioxidants. Antioxidants, this one we get actually them from fruits and vegetables, what we get naturally outside there. So it's good to have garlic there, it's a good one to lower the cholesterol level. Onions, they are good. So if you go to the market, you can be able to get these fruits and vegetables, varieties. Buy them, use them, eat them raw fruits, provided you wash them and then you ensure they are clean. You'll be able to increase the high density lipoprotein, which is good cholesterol, which forms what we call, or they prevent us from getting these attacks by converting cholesterol into bile in the liver. Now, there are some conditions of which we don't have control when it comes to this condition, especially those who have kidney problems, those who are diabetic, those who take maybe drugs, or who have HIV condition, those who have a condition we call hypothyroidism, and then even a medical condition we call lupus. These conditions, actually, they will even worsen this condition because the medication you are taking, you have no control over. And there are those which worsen when you take drugs like which manage what you call acne. They worsen this condition. Drugs of HIV/AIDS, those who take drugs in regard to organ transplant, those who have irregular heart rhythms. So some things we don't have control over. But for those we have control, we should go back and check on that. There are some complications which come along with this cholesterol. Maybe we can talk about chest pains. How does it come? This is what we call angina sometimes. The heart. Now when you have an attack, this is when there is a blockage or the shortage of blood supply to the heart, or the arteries are blocked, the ones which the coronary artery, which takes blood to your heart. Others get what we call heart attack. We have talked about where the arteries become thickened, narrow, and they stiffen on the process we call atherosclerosis. Now, there is a blockage. Sometimes the blood clots are formed, and then they form a blockage on the arteries, and blood will not be able to go to other parts of the body or other parts of the heart, and then you get an attack. And others get what we call stroke. Stroke, this is where you have a blockage of blood supply to your brain. So these are some of the complications which are brought about this cholesterol in the body. I have talked about many things in this video, and I believe you have gotten one or two. But if you forget many of them, remember we have cholesterol is important in our bodies. We can't live without cholesterol because it has functions it performs in our bodies. And then cholesterol has got a range. There is a specific range which is needed, but when it's too high, it's not safe. So we have to play safe by looking on the ways of lowering them. We have talked about the ways of lowering this cholesterol. And then we have talked about the ways of increasing the good cholesterol in our bodies. And also in reverse, when you increase, you are reversing now the bad cholesterol actually in the body. So it's good to note that. And then we have said cholesterol, it's not something which we can get from maybe our parents. Even young children sometimes they have, but not as adults, especially those who are 40 years and above. So It's good to get our cholesterol checked. It's good to go to the medical facility, get your cholesterol level checked. Don't wait sometimes to have these conditions we have talked about. That is when you go to check your... So if you don't know your cholesterol level, you should not walk. Actually, you should run to the next health facility so that you get to know the range which is needed, and you should not get to know when it's low. Sometimes it can be low, so that you get to be advised on what you should do. Thank you very much for always coming back to watch my videos, and kindly remember to hit the notification bell below so that you get to be notified each and every time I upload a new video. And if you find this video helpful, kindly give it a thumbs up down below. And if you find this information helpful, maybe it can help someone. If it's not helping you directly, maybe it can help someone, or you can get to share with somebody. You get to share and get to know what you do. Kindly share the link of the video, that one. By doing that, it shows that you are considerate. I like your company. Thank you for always coming back to check on my videos. Let's meet on the next video. Bye bye. See you in the next video.